Welcome back to Anno 1800, a new modded series that has more than 60 huge new mods, so you can definitely expect so many new things. In the last episode we did two big things. One is we got all of our workers production that are done over here on the needs, not so much on the happiness, there's still a few on the happiness, but at least on the basic needs. We have also started the completely new tier of military population over here. We have those content soldiers, those tents, right? Where that comes from the military mode over here. So the encampments, we're giving them food through the canteen over here. We're giving them, let's say health through the field hospital. We're also giving them bread, and we have started to give them military uniforms. We just unlocked, the basic weapons and cannons. Now cannons I'm not actually making, we do start the game with a few, so I guess that's what they are using right now. And by the way, they also have a happiness needs, like this sanitary place. Maybe we can build this. It says it requires dung though, so we're gonna need, oh no, it produces dung, sorry, my bad. And actually we should try to put it as much as possible in the middle of the camp, right? So that it produces as much as possible of dung. So maybe we move this one here, we move that one there, maybe even actually one there. Oops, wrong button. I'll just delete that for sure. We said we put this here. So it's not great in terms of the space there, but at least it's covering all of those houses now. And we're gonna move the field hospital a bit closer. Okay, and I guess maybe we put another one here in the back. And then who needs more fields? You need more fields. One and there. Okay, so anyway, yes, we are giving to my people now also the sanitation facility, so they should be a bit happier. Good. In terms of production, apart from some of those new military things, we're looking good. Looking good across the board. Yeah. So yes, we need to start the weapons, the cannons, but this is looking good. In the meantime, continue to do, different deliveries from time to time. Yeah, we're gonna go over here, I think, first. Then let's check this mission. The enemies are cheating, so this is a destruction quest we can't do unless no, there is still nothing being sold at Archie in terms of military ships. And then we also have a second island over here where I have done all of the basic farmer production. So what we could do is potentially move to worker, or we could also move to pescatarian. So let's actually try that one. We're gonna move to pescatarian for these houses over here. Does it work if I do I? Yes. So you press I and we move all of these to pescatarians. So they have slightly different needs, as you can see. But the really cool element is instead of 38, we could have 74 people over here. Right? So that would be huge. They do need the right way community hall, otherwise we're gonna be in trouble. So let's build that there. Okay, so they have now the community hall. Right, why don't they have it yet? Ah, here it is. So it's starting, we need 300 for the soap and 500 for the ropes, 200 for the sheep, library 3, okay. And they want some vegetables, so let's actually make some vegetables. A farm, maybe, I don't remember how many fields it is, 78. Let's see, 50. We can just, don't have to put 78, it's just the productivity is gonna be lower, right? It's gonna take more time to produce one thing, but it's possible, we can do it. So that should get us started with pescatarian. The idea is probably this becomes kind of my farming village. So let's go add a few more. And yeah, we have now pescatarians over here. Again, pretty cool that it's bringing so many, and it is a mixed workforce, right? It is bringing farmers, workers, and even artisans. So that's a really, really cool, implementation in my opinion. Okay, so let's add another symmetry maybe on this side, because it was low here for the symmetry. And yeah, we're gonna develop a bit this one, but we should also continue to develop on this side. In particular, my military, to try to get to 200 and unlock the weapons, right? The defenses. Even, look at this, even the mounted gun is right now blocked. So let's go, maybe we start with the cannons, because we can use the cannons for other things. And we should probably put them over here, close to where we already have others. So what is it going to use? It's going to use some steel, we have a bit. Timber, we have a bit. And then this gunpowder, we definitely don't have. So let's get started on gunpowder. I see that we're also very low on workers, by the way. So we're gonna need to fix that. But before, let's check what we need. So we're gonna need this sulfur, this coal we have. So the sulfur, it's iron, copper, and zinc mines produce sulfur as extra output when this module is placed next to them, but it requires coal to work. So, we need to do something like this, basically. Let's put this here. So this now should start making some sulfur, but unfortunately it requires coal. So I'm starting to get worried on coal. We do have a coal mine there. Wrong button, sorry. But we cannot build it until we have 250 artisans. So for now, the only way to get coal is actually the coal pit that we have built, or it is also, where are you? Or has this been, yeah, here it is, the charcoal kiln. So we can build one there. Right. Okay. What else? The salpetre. So salpetre is an old production, but now they may show you a completely new way to do it. So that is interesting. It's gonna be through lumber and dung. Okay. And let's try it over here. Oh no, it requires some fields. So we need to put it somewhere else. Starting to slowly but surely take a lot of space, huh? Let's put it here. See. Okay, these are some strange fields. Why not? We need 5, okay. So we're gonna need a road here. Let's close this up. Okay. So yeah, this is producing... Oh no, it requires one of these to work. Okay. That is not good in terms of space. So let's put it here. Okay, now that should work. This will require some wood and some dung. Good thing is we've started to produce some at least. We could also collect more dung, depending on where we put it. So let's see, if I put it here, wait. Oh, this is not the same dung that produced from, sorry. It collects dung from the forest or animal farms. Okay, so here, for example, we have a lot of animal farms. So it could be okay-ish. It's not great. It's not great. But let's try it. Because there's not a lot of forest, but at least there is the farms. So maybe that should be a good production. We'll have to see. Okay, we do need a lot more workers. And at some point I'm gonna need to move these guys anyway also to the artisan level, right? So not great, not great. What is that? Terraced worker, but it requires many artisans, so we're not ready for that. Anyway, sorry, I'm rambling. So let's add some people over here. It is close to the market. It shouldn't be too bad. Okay, it is actually pretty bad. So let's put one here. We can put a couple of houses on this side. Expansion, expansion, expansion. This is the Anno game. Up. Okay. And then let's upgrade a couple of those houses to... I want to make sure we have good... Here it is. We are now in positive. Love it. Okay, so in positive here, the production may not be fully aligned, but in the meantime, let's check the beer and the cigarette. Beer is not new. We had it before, but look at how complex it is. All of these are so much more complex than before. This is crazy. And actually here, okay, so this is a different type of production where part of it is optional. So here, you know, if I have hops and malt, it seems to be enough. But then if we add clay or glass, then we get a better production, it seems. Let's get started, see it. Actually, can I even do it over here? No, I don't have the hop fertility here. I don't have it there either. That's bad. Okay, I have no island with the hop fertility. So I guess we're gonna have to wait a bit. There is a mission here, but I also need to finish that one. And by the way, I see parrots. I mean, the parrots are indeed probably somewhere. This is a parrot island. So I need to make sure I don't get there. Yeah, I need to go more on this side. But anyway, yes, let's check this mission here of Ellie to gain more money. Or escorts, that means, actually no, sorry. I need a military ship for escorts. So let's forget about this. And yes, with the pescatarian, let's continue evolving those pescatarians. So we have now the cheese production. So let's see, it requires the herbs. We have the herb fertility here, so that's good. Some salt. Let's add salt here. Okay. And then some milk. Oh, we need some bricks. So let's do the same here and add 5 bricks. Thank you. Yeah, this is also going to require bricks. That makes sense. We're gonna need warehouse, so maybe on this side, yes. Let's go crazy because this is 2 minutes. So yeah, 2 is probably a good number. Cheese dairy. Cheese dairy, is that the same? Maybe it is a different recipe. We'll check that. But yeah, we're gonna need a dairy farm too. And this one, you can potentially have a grain silo. Okay. I have the grain fertility, so maybe we'll do that too. Because silos are definitely good to do at some point. So let's go put a silo over here. And that means, again, we're going to need a bit of grain. So where is my grain? Oh, what is that? Oh, river buildings, yes. Seafood stew. We can already do the seafood stew. That's crazy. From Mbesa. So many things available with all of those mods. Anyway, let's build a small thing like this. Try to make it a rectangle as much as possible. Okay, it's not really a rectangle. It will have to do. Let's put this here. Okay, so that is good, but it requires some bricks. So we'll see that in a second. The ship, ooh, it's gonna go potentially a bit close to... No, it's over there, the pirates. That should be fine. We should be fine. How are we doing? Oh, there's a new quest here. Of Lady Margaret, a collection one. So always good to do collection, and actually we're just here, so let's collect while we're here. I know it reduces a bit the time for Archie, but we should be fine. And then we can go check if we have started to make some cannons or if there was a problem for those cannons. It's a good thing that we are not at war yet. So I'm happy there. Okay, so we have a letter. But first, let's go get the things from Archie. Here are the pirates. They have some gunboats here. 2 actually, 1 on each side. Yes. The closer you get to their base, the more you're gonna see. We're lucky that the base wasn't too close to us, because that can definitely happen. Okay, while it's going, let's check my cannons. So we did it over here, right? And I see some missing goods. So we're missing the gunpowder, and for the gunpowder, we're missing the salpetre. Didn't we start the salpetre? Not this one. Where was the salpetre? Did I not put a salpetre building? Okay, maybe that's my bad. See. Oh, it says we have one. Where are you? Oh, here it is. Okay, so no, we do have one. Producing salpetre is just not a lot right now. Oh, they're buying each other's shares. This is one type of warfare, right? Economical warfare. Pick up all of those things. And by the way, we found a pretty big island there, but still doesn't have the... it still doesn't have... You call it the thing for the beer. You call it thing for the beer. I forgot your name. Damn. The hop farm. Okay, cigarette maybe then in the meantime. So cigarettes, we need a warehouse. What? Oh, we need hop. So I cannot do that until I buy some. What is that? There is 2 ways to make the cigarette, either through hop or through the tobacco, but I don't have any of these. Is there hop on that one? Oh, there is hop there. Let me just triple check that I didn't miss it on another island. It's not there. It's not there. So this one has it and that one has it too. Okay. So we may want to take this island here, which is anyway in my kind of corner, so that we can get hop fertility. Pick up quest, sure, we'll do it. Okay, so cannons hopefully starting soon, because gunpowder is starting finally, so then it will be cannons, but that will not be enough to get me to 200. So let's see a military complex there. What is that? Where are you? Here. So military training complex will require the ammunition, which means we need even more gunpowder. We also need this lead, which means we need the galena and even more coal to put into this basic ammunition factory. That is crazy. So let's see how big this... Ooh, that is an even bigger building. Where is that gonna fit? Doesn't fit here unless we move a couple. But could be a good place there now. So let me move this. Yeah. Actually, I should probably move it even further. Because this will also need to move a bit. And then I guess maybe we just delete this road for now. Let's put that here. And let's build this military complex. Okay. We can bring that back closer. Okay. It's not perfect, but better than nothing. So here is the military complex. Wow. Looks a bit fancy and a bit like a prison too. But it requires ammunition if we want it to work. We can check how expensive the ammunitions are. A lot of goods there, or potentially there is a lifestyle need, like let's say fish, right? That's just going to give us 1 soldier, but that may be enough to get us to 200, right? Here it is, we are at 200. So that's great. Let's do this, let's do this. Because yeah, with these 200, now we have unlocked some potential defense for the city, like a mounted gun. We're gonna want to protect our city a bit. And it's not huge defense, but it is better than nothing. Okay, we're delivering now to Archie. Great. Lady Margaret too, by the way. Here we need to deliver what? This. Okay. We're gonna need to deliver something here. It's good that they're all next to each other. That makes it a bit simpler for me. Okay. And then there is final one here. Okay. And the floatsmen are not too far from my other city. So maybe what we do is let's check the price of the ammunition and also potentially if there is a lot of bricks. There's not a lot of bricks. So the price is higher than steel, but not that by that much. So 50 is 9,000. I mean, I don't really need it right now, given that we have unlocked, we have 200 now, right? So let's not do it. Oops, wrong button. I want you to buy this. It's just 1,000 coins, that's nothing. We have almost 100,000 now. So yeah, I want you to deliver over here so that we can start some of this new production, like the cheese dairy. So let's see, is that a different recipe? Yes. We have one recipe that is just using milk and salt, and another recipe that is also using herbs, which I don't think we've actually started. So maybe we check that. So the herbs, we have the fertility here, so that's not the problem. I know it may not have been, by the way, at equilibrium. I didn't check which one is basically 1 minute and which one is a 30-second, but it's a good started, right? No, this one we keep. This one actually let's delete for now. So we have we are a bit low on workers, so maybe we upgrade. No, wrong one. That's not what I want you to do. So downgrade. I want you to do the pescatarian one. So this is I. Okay. Good. Oh, we've unlocked now the library. That's great. And the soap. So we're gonna need to start making soap locally, but first let's check this library. It is over here next to the school. It costs 25 of bricks, but it could be good. And yeah, I'll put it over here. Okay, let's deliver some of these. Oh, we're gonna need also salt. So yeah, we're a bit too low on bricks. So we'll have to wait a second for this. In the meantime, let's gather all of these floatsmen. Feels like there was a big naval battle for all of these guys to find themselves in the sea. Okay, so that is good progress on this side. How are we doing here? Should we have our first artisan just for the fun of it? Let's do it. Here it is. Age of craftsmanship, or fine craftsmanship. We have the canned food, which is a terrible one. We have the sewing machine, the university, and some new goods, the theater and the rum. That will require we go to the new world soon, but I still don't have a shipyard. So maybe we should first make a shipyard. So here it is. Shipyard is over here. Put it here. We have officially met the pirate, by the way. Here it is. Don't think she'll get... oh, potentially we could have a ceasefire, but I don't think we really need it. We're very far. Okay, there's a fire there. That's fine. It happens. We have gathered the 9 people, so let's go deliver them here. We don't have a mission here, we have a mission over there. And hopefully soon he starts selling ships too. Okay, pick up at Blake. There's a mission here too. So I'm not always going to talk about all of the missions because they tend to be a bit repetitive. But I'll definitely continue to show you every progress we're making in the series. It's good to have our first artisan. We have our first defense too. I'm very happy of that. But we do need to produce the basic weapons and the military, the ammunition basically, before we go to the coins and before we can upgrade these 2 barracks. This will also take the windows, which good thing is we have unlocked windows. What is that? Oh my god, so many of these, like large fisheries. This is using workers instead of the normal farmers. So the normal farmers is producing at 30. This one is also producing at 30, but is making 4 instead of, I guess, the 1. So many of those things have changed. Yeah, this is producing 1, right, for 25 farmers. Here with this huge one, you're producing 4 with 50 workers. It's pretty much the same building, just bigger. We have also the chicken farm to produce eggs. That's gonna be cool, and so many others, so many new things. But yes, I was going here to show you that we have actually the window maker unlocked. Okay. Yeah, come back over here, I guess, to pick up something, and then you'll deliver it somewhere. We need to deliver grain here. We still haven't done that. That's strange. I am producing grain, but we're playing in small and slow mode, so maybe that's why. Okay, let's upgrade that one too. Pescatarian. We have a lot of pescatarian, and remember they do provide some workers, so that's great. Our cheese still hasn't started. We still don't have... Oh, we're actually pretty close. We just need 5 more of the bricks. And that's going to give us this. And then the stew. So this is the portion I showed you just before. We can now make stew. Where are you? In the farmers. So we're gonna take calamari, which we can actually do on this island. That's great. More vegetables, a bit of potatoes and herbs. So I'm already doing all of this. Maybe not enough, but we are at least doing them. So that's better than nothing. I will check, of course, the production or control queue to make sure we are aligned soon. But yeah, look at the... Oh, yes. 4 different things, 50 workers. So we're gonna need to add more pescatarians. And I have so many... Oops, wrong one. I upgraded the road over here. Which we will want to do also in the future, but now this just costing me a lot of bricks. That's not great. It is a minute later, I'm delivering some resource from Archie so that we're gonna be able to build our library. And I think the stew is also working. So if we look at my pescatarian, their basic needs are all covered. Perfect. Now we can either upgrade them to terraced artisans, or we can upgrade them to pescatarian house tier 2. This will require though 900 artisans, so we're not there yet. The good thing though is it is actually giving us quite a bit of artisans. You can see 300 artisans on top of the workers on this island just with this production. It's really not that many. So that's a really cool way at the beginning of the game, I feel, to get some artisans, thanks to, the split workforce. We still do need to do soap and rope on this island, okay? And potentially we could give them also some of those needs to get quite a few more, right? It is not giving us a lot of money. It's just pescatarians. Okay, so maybe we won't do those ones right away, but definitely these two we should, to to get more money and happiness. And actually looking at the island, yeah, it is making us some good money. And then like I just mentioned, this is giving us a lot of artisans. So I'm thinking maybe we start making some artisan production like the windows on this island over here, because windows is also the first thing that, or first kind of building material that you cannot buy from Archie. So we do need to make a production of it. I think we're gonna do that in the next episode, ladies and gents. As I said, making some windows over here, making sure we give some ropes and some soap to make them super happy and make me rich. And then in the next episode, we need to also start making some ships. Right? We can make a basic schooner right now, but it's really not that useful. So if possible, we should try to get at least to the frigate. I think if we have a frigate, we can hopefully get to the new world. I typically really like to have a ship of the line for the new world, but I feel like if we wait for a ship of the line, which is 750 artisans, the AIs will have taken everything. So yeah, I think when we have a frigate, but look at this, this is way harder than in the normal game to get even just a frigate. So I hope you're still enjoying this one. Do tell me in the comments below if you have any questions, photo requests, and I hope to see you next time.